Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Conversations with Luciana, the house that Luciana has built, where everyone has a place at the table. If you're a new listener, I bring you greetings and salutations. If you are a returning listener, welcome back, family. Real talk on real issues, real life situations. Keep in mind, advice is never given, but opinions and a new perspective is always welcome. You can find me on most podcast streaming services as well as YouTube under Conversations with Luciana. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure to turn on your notifications to know when the next Conversation with Luciana are posted. My posting schedule is as follows: Motivational Monday, Inspirational Empowerment Tuesday, Open Forum Thursday, Coffee and Tea with Luciana on Sundays. YouTube exclusives are on Mondays and Saturdays. If you would like to submit a topic of conversation or be a guest on a podcast episode of Conversations with Luciana, email me at conversationswithluciana@gmail.com. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a good one. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Conversation with Luciana is celebrating 1 year anniversary or birthday. I've been doing this for 1 whole year. Woo-hoo, I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't believe my baby made a year. Made it happen. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate you. Now, let's get into some topics, right? Let's get into some topics. You know, my favorite topic to talk about, social media. Did you hear about this creator on TikTok who used to do dance move? He was killed by his live-in boyfriend over a fucking video game. I'm reading this like, am I reading this correctly? Over a fucking game? You got so enraged that you killed somebody over a goddamn game? That's just stupid to me. But he had over, the guy that's deceased now, much respect to his family. But he had over something like 200,000 followers. People tune into him. You got to be careful about going viral. You got to be careful about that. Everybody wants to go viral. They want to show you the good side. They don't want to tell you the downside. You was living with a violent person. If someone took it to the next level to end your life over a goddamn game, that's just ridiculous. No bail for you. Sit your ass in jail and think about it. Think about what you did. You took a human life over a goddamn game. I'm telling you, sometimes going viral is not worth it. People are jealous. People are criticized. You know, they can make your life happy or live in hell. I don't know. I know more creators are getting bumped off than usual. So I question that. That's why I'm like, You know, everybody with a handle, creator title, or want to go viral, you got to be careful. You're inviting that shit into your house. You're inviting that because everybody that's on social media is not really for you. They're not really for you. They are out to get you or take your spot. But to lose your life over a goddamn game, you need your face, ass slapped. Well, you probably will like it. But I'm just saying, you do. Because that doesn't make any sense. To be that caught up in a game, you know? And then people, they didn't care nothing about his life, mind you. Nothing about his life. They just cared that he had over a certain amount of followers. That's it. You know, and they told you what you died from. He died from. That was it. You know, no respect to his family at all. So you got to be careful with social media. I tell y'all. Y'all click on thinking people are living their best life. They're living their best pretend life. Because when you really are living your life, you ain't got time. You got limitations on that social media bullshit. You do. You might post, some days, and some days you might not. It all depends, on your mood. But some people, that's what they breathe, eat, sleep, these social media apps. Fuck that. Go out there and live life instead of pretending to live it in social media. Now, the second thing I want to talk about, and I know y'all gonna say something, but I gotta say it. Do y'all really think Britney Spears should be not conserved? What the freakity frack is she doing? I mean, to the point it's like you're an embarrassment. You are. Somebody in your fan base or your circle should tell you, stop doing shit to make yourself noticeable. We're tired of you, Britney. We're tired. You know, you're just like an old raggedy washed up sock. Stop trying to patch it up or sew it. You know, nobody cares that you're walking around naked in heels. Why are you showing your kids that? Because you can't, girl, what? Make a record. Make a track, a hook, something. Do something. You know, this is ridiculous. And why do we pay so much attention to that? I'm like embarrassed, like way embarrassed for. I'm like, you know what? Your life ain't that bed of roses, honey. You got some issues, and you need to deal with those issues. You know, those inner demons that are fighting, because that ain't it. That ain't it. You have children. You have children you have to think about. Your celebrity shit, yeah, you still up there, but damn. You know, concentrate on being a mama. You walking around just doing the most. So a judge really gonna say, oh yeah, let the kids come back and live with you. What the fuck? You know, but everybody just support her. Are you supporting her now? Because right now she looks like she's having some goddamn issues. She looks like it. She's always going topless. She always looked like she's been crying. You know, look presentable when you go on camera. And then she had the nerve enough to say she ain't gonna do a sit-down conversation with Oprah. I wouldn't want to do one with you either unless we're going to have an open and honest one. And I tell you, what the fuck is your issue, man? Why are you looking like that? Why you post shit like that? You know, I always told my sons if they ever made it to the NFL or NBA, I would be the mama like, what call you? What you doing? What you doing? We don't do shit like that. Get your ass somewhere and sit down. For I'll whoop your tail. That's what people need. Some people are into that. I don't know. But I'm just saying, girl, stop it. Stop it with the showing up and showing out. Nobody really, I can't say people don't care, because people do care. And some people like to see your downfall. They want to see you explode in their face. And no one is more waiting for you to have a relapse than your fucking fan base. Because where are you guys at now that she's out there doing not the same shit, but damn near shit that question her fucking sanity? You know, I'm not a mental health expert, but I mean, like, you know what? Come on, girl. You always trying to stay in the light. Like, don't y'all ever go somewhere and sit down? You know, don't y'all just go sit somewhere for a moment? Did y'all hear about the bullshit? I guess I always call that boy Kanye. I was going to call him Kanon. That's what I was going to call him. He went on a date. First, he was so in love with Kim. He wanted his family back. Now he's dating this woman and all this stuff. All this stuff is alleged because nobody knows the truth. But anything to keep people talking about you, right? Well, you know what? Fix the problem. You just came off where you was going to run for president of the United States. Fix your fucking mind. Because it's out of control. It's out of control. You know, status of a celebrity doesn't give you the status of being stupid, being silly, being selfish. You know, because everybody wants the attention on them. Don't y'all ever get burnt out? You know, I just turn it off. I'll be like, okay, that's some bullshit. I don't want to deal with that today. And I just turn it off because I don't really care. I need people that I can relate to, you know. I mean, if you're trying to do something, I understand, in a healthy, constructive way, I'm all for it. But some of these celebrities with the bullshit, they are with the foolery, the fuckery. That's what they are. I'm like, why are we so think that their life is better than ours? Because they have money. Money does not bring happiness. It doesn't. Because she gave access to her money. She's still fucking crazy. He got money. He's still doing dumb shit. You know, people need to just, I don't know, fall back. Fall back. You know, the voting rights are happening, right? They're trying to suppress the vote. And I believe Joe Madison, he's out of Washington, D.C., is on a hunger strike, right? He's been doing this for I think the last 3 months. Very intense. And you don't hear about it because you hear about these college students doing it, but he started it first. And, it's about the voting rights. If you believe in a cause, you're going to stand up. I don't see the other media outlets taking that story to the next level, I guess. They don't feel like it's important. This man is over 6 years old, depriving himself of food because he's so passionate about the voting rights. Why can't we get passionate about that? Why are we leaving it up to a few to want to invoke this change? We should say, no, hell no. You don't have the right to suppress the vote. You don't have the right to change to fit your narrative. Let the best man or woman win. But just like you can't cheat and win. You can, but we will spot you and we see you, right? But come on now. You guys got to know what's going on in Georgia. You got to know what they're doing in Texas. You got to know what they're doing in all these places. They're trying to take away your fundamental right to vote. Now, I heard the most stupidest shit from somebody. They said they don't vote. Then you have no reason to fucking complain. You have no reason to fucking complain. What are you complaining about? You don't feel it's necessary. You don't feel it important. Then don't vote. But you have no right to speak up on it because I'm going to shut your ass down. I'm going to let you have your say, but at the end of the day, I'm going to ask you, did you vote? And I'm going to ask you the reason why. And most of it is the stupidest ass reason because I don't like either one of them. Okay, so you think your vote wouldn't have made a difference? No, it wouldn't have. Okay, well, you know what? We'll never know. So the conversation that we are having, we're not having anymore because to me, you, on your own merits, by your own words, you saying I have nothing to do with this process. But we're in different states. We should be outraged, right? We should say, no. You can't do that. If we're misinterpreting what you're trying to do, then tell us what you're trying to do. Because right now it looks like you're trying to stop people from voting, making it difficult for people to vote. I'm just saying, we got to get it out there. New laws came into effect January 1st, and people don't even know what the new laws are. I'm going to get the new laws that pertain to my state and tell you what the new laws are. Because there are some new ones. There are some new ones, and we're going to be bamboozled. Like, what? Did we vote for that? Yes, we did. But they want you to concentrate on the midterms election that's coming up. Well, shit, you ain't fixed the last election. So why should we deal with this one? You guys going to have to show us something different. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. You're going to have to show us something. Independent, Greenpeace, you're going to have to show us something different. You know what I noticed? That at the round table, you have Republicans, you have Democrats, but you do not have independents, and you do not have the Green Party represented. You got to have all, because they're all parties, right? Some people say I'm not affiliated with, I just go with the flow. Well, they need to be represented, because you can argue it's not a Republican or Democrat problem. It's a fucking world nation democracy problem that we have in. We need to get this under control and address it, right? But in order to, we have to, air out our dirty laundry. We have to say it stinks. Right? You can't be right all the time. You cannot be. You gotta be able to look at somebody else's point of view. But I really don't understand what the fuck they're fighting for. What they're arguing for over voting rights, over the economy, over, child care. What the hell are you guys really doing that's moving us forward? You're making us more divided. Right? I don't care if you're a conservative Republican or progressive Democrat. Fucking get off your keisters and start working for the American people that voted you in office. That's what you need to do. I can go toe to toe with anybody. I can. I really truly can. Because my question is not to prove my objective is not to prove that I'm right. It's to prove that you're wrong in some cases. And if you have a valid point, I can listen to it. But also, I have one. So we agree to disagree. Let's move forward. But you can't have it your way and say, this is the way it is. This is the standard. No. You're out of touch. You're out of touch with your constituents. You're out of touch with the human experience. Because if you could sit there in your office and tell you that you are arguing for our good and shit ain't getting done, clearly you're not. Clearly you're just blowing air up my skirt. You truly are. We got to stop doing that. We care more about who's wearing what, who's getting the Grammy, who's up the Golden Globe. Give a shit. We got more real issues that are facing us. I don't give a damn. It was nice. If it was a perfect world and everything was going smooth, yeah, cheer you on. But it's not. So I don't give a fuck about, who won Best Actor. I don't give a shit. That doesn't help me. You making a political statement on stage, that don't help me. Who are you in the dark and who are you in the light? Are you the same person? Then I should be hearing about you making noise right now. I should be hearing you just about to explode because so much shit is wrong. Stop leaving it up to the few to do the job that requires many. You can't do that. You cannot do that. But I see it, though. I see how social media has warped our fucking mind. Really. Now, not every politician, they're on Twitter or they're TikTok. What the fudge are you doing on TikTok and tweeting? Tweet some shit we're working hard to get this bill passed. Don't tweet about the goddamn COVID-19 that you think it's not a real pandemic. Stop doing that. I don't think the woman's on Twitter no more, but she is. She's just tweeting her ass off. Are you working? Are you working? I'm standing up for the American people. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's self-serving, self-deserving. That's what the fuck you're doing. Let's call it out. Let's call it out. Everybody wants the attention on them. Oh, we're doing something until we shine that bright ass light. That light when they're looking for, they cut all the lights off and then they have that that blue light where they're looking for like blood. I was going to try to tip that word because I'm just tongue tied. And they could see it. Yeah. They can see the massacre blood all splatter all over, no matter how you try to wipe it out. It's there. So come on, don't try to fool us. We see the shit, but we're going to talk about it. Now, I do want to talk about one more thing about, I brought it up about the TikToker that was killed by his living boyfriend over a video game. And I want to tell you something about, I don't care what lifestyle that you have. I may not agree with it. But I don't wish you death. And I don't wish you verbal abuse. I don't wish you to be treated differently. It's not my job to do that. It's not my job to call you names. It's not my job to, I get no reward and no comfort in to damning you to hell. I don't. I won't. I've caught a lot of flack because people think I'm just so, not careful, but so like concerned about people who have an alternative lifestyle and how they view. I'm just going to set the record straight. I don't have an issue with the person, okay? That's not my issue. I am not here to judge anyone's life. Can't do it, for I shall be judged. Now, do I have to accept it? No, if I don't feel like it, no, I don't. And you can't make me do it. But I will say we have no right. We have no right to pick and choose who God can use or who goes to heaven. We have no right to do that. We have no right to do that. But then on the other hand, you don't have the right to force me to tell me I have to accept it. That's where I think a lot of people get put off because it's kind of like they're ramming it down your throat and you have to freaking just take it. That's not true. You should be able to say, hey, I don't agree, but can we work this out? Everything is the first. Okay. No one deserves to die by the hand of a verbal or an abuser. You don't. Because you can kill somebody with your words. That's not our job. That's why I'm telling you, basically, it's not my job to do that. So I may not condone your lifestyle. However, I am not going to wish you any harm. This whole, people can't tell jokes anymore because people get offended, but people can use the word nigga and they won't get offended. That's the funny part about me. That's what really makes me laugh. You get offended over a joke, but you won't get offended when a comedian or a person use the word nigga. I'm just going to say it. So it's kind of like a double standard to me. So, that word still hurts. And I said the word because I'm not afraid of using the word. I don't. And I know what that word means to the older generation. I know what it means. It's an ugly, nasty, vicious word. But if you're going to come up and get all bent out of shape, you should get about that as well as someone making an off-putting joke about the transgender community. You can't have it both ways. I mean, you might think that you can, but you really, really can't. In fairness, we should leave everybody alone, but that's not the way we are. Again, the great divide is happening in this country. It is. And we need to come to a resolution quickly before we cease to exist in our own nation that we uphold as a standard for the rest of the world. Yeah, I went deep, y'all. I went deep. I'm a deep individual. I could talk about a whole bunch of stuff. I really, truly can. And I respect everybody's opinion, their perspective. Like I said, I don't like some of these talk shows because people want to talk at you, not to you. No, I need everybody to be in the conversation. But I need you to have some sense about it, be respectful, and really come with it. Don't come to argue. Because you can argue with yourself in the mirror. You can argue 15 times before you get out your car to go into the office, whether you're going to quit or not. But when you have in a group setting, everybody has entitlement to speak. And one thing that pisses me off more is when someone tells somebody what they're trying to say. I don't give a damn if you got a stuttering problem and it takes you 45 minutes to get out. Let them get it out. Let them get it out. Let them talk about it. And I'm going to hold their stuttering ass to the same standard. Well, this is what I think. You can't dominate the conversation with your opinion, your perspective, and say that this is a fact and you're right. That's not how it works. Because you get a person like me that will push back hard. Like, no, I'm for it. I'm here for it. Let's make it rain. But no, I don't like that. So yeah, I plan on, I support people's right to exist. I do. I leave the judgment to God. Okay, I'm going to leave that right there. So, Conversation with Luciana. Happy birthday. Show some love. I'm so excited. I look forward to doing many more. Year 1 in the books. Let's make it 9 more. Woohoo! Let's go. Thank you for listening to another podcast episode of Conversations with Luciana. I look forward to speaking with you again. Until then, be kind to yourself and others. Make every day your best day. Stay encouraged and press forward, for the best is yet to come. Peace, and I'm out. Let's go.